Catching up with UNA head football coach Brent Dearmon. North Alabama had a big win over Chattanooga this past Saturday inside of Brawley Stadium. Coach, your first win here at the University of North Alabama. From Lion Walk to the game to post-game with the marching pride, just how great of an experience was Saturday?
It was an awesome experience, from when you get off that bus and you see fans on both sides of the road, and it wasn't just that they were there. You could feel their energy, you could feel their excitement as you're walking down. So I know it filled up our players, and our players went out there and they played with a little extra because of our fans. I called them the 12th man after the game. I think at the end of the first quarter, to see a standing ovation essentially for our players, and then for them to stay and battle the adversity the same way our players battled throughout the whole game. Man, they got behind the defense in a lot of those third down, fourth down stops in that fourth quarter. Their presence was definitely felt on the field, and then the band did a phenomenal job too of playing loud when we needed them to play loud. So going over there and celebrating with the band and singing the battle cry, the battle hymn with them together. And then I made sure our players went back over to our fans and thanked them for what they did for the game. But it was just an awesome experience altogether.
Takari Kinneber, UAC Player of the Week, and he led an offense that was very explosive. How big was it having TK back?
It's huge for us. I mean, you saw the big playability that he brings. He brings attention to him, so he opens up other guys as well. But we kind of sat down this week as a staff, and we're not a 3 yards and cloud of dust offense. That's not how we're built. We don't have the 235-pound running back like Chat does or like Mercer does. We're built for explosive plays. And I thought I called it a little bit better based off of that. Our players responded in a big way. Noah played really well and got the playmakers the ball out in space. So we've got to continue to have that big play mindset. As the year goes on, you had too many 3-and-outs. We didn't like that because it puts our defense back on the field. So we've got to sustain drives a little bit longer when we're not getting the big play. But I was real proud of our guys.
Defense really set the tone in the first quarter. Second and third quarter, Chattanooga found some life. But in the fourth quarter, Coach, how big was it for them to come up with some of those stops?
I thought when it mattered the most, those guys buckled down and played hard, from, like you said, early on, getting early stops. We let too much happen in that second, third quarter, and it's on all three phases, really, because we didn't help our defense out and putting them in good situations offensively. So, but defense, they're at the end of the game. There's so many unsung heroes. Greg Reddick leads us in tackles. Comes up and says a tone setter of the week kind of award we give is when he cuts the running back's legs out from underneath him and makes a big-time stop. Elijah Elmore on a third down and medium gets a hand up on and put a paw on the ball down there in the red zone. So there's so many different guys that made plays on that side of the ball, and they're flying around and they're taking on that purpose form mentality of pursue the ball and tackle, get them down.
Next up, a road trip to Texas, Stephenville, Texas, to take on the Tarleton State Texans. Coach, give us the outlook.
They're a really good team. I mean, anytime you get a team out of Texas that's loaded with Texas talent, there's really good high school football. There's really good junior college football in that area. And that staff is, man, they've got a lot of experience on that staff. They've got a great coaching staff from their head coach to DC, secondary coach, is really the side I've been focused on so far. But on offense, you don't put up over 50 points without doing something really good. So they've brought in a lot of transfers that they're playing really well early on this football season. So we got another big-time matchup. You open up the season with a ranked team, a receiving votes team, and I think Tarleton's receiving votes this week. So it's not like we got a cakewalk to start this thing off. Another great team that we got to play this week.
First UAC game in program history. Coach, best of luck this week.
Thank you. Roar Lions.